Hey everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I'm sitting on one of these things where my body calendar knows what time it is, but the clock says something different. So, welcome to day one of daylight savings time and the craziness that it brings all of us, and in understanding where we are in our day. But today I am Marla Copal, and yesterday I was Marla Copal also. What a crazy way to start a conversation. But I want to ask you, are you in the people business or the ad business? And let me see if I can make a few distinctions for you. I am a small business owner helping other small business owners have success. And we all know that in today's world, most of that business is done online. And there's many variations of this conversation to be had with people out there. But today I just made a little list. And it's like, if I were to go, because I've talked to some friends in the last week who are wanting to know, well, what should I spend on Facebook ads? Well, my rule of thumb is until I have a certain number of clients and a certain number of responses and a certain dollar value coming in a month, I'm not going to spend that money there. And if I don't have this much to spend, and I'm not going to share that number with you because it's going to be different for each of you, then I'm not going to spend it. So what do I have to look at first? Well, first of all, if I wanted to spend money on an ad, it's just going to give one fact. It's a small space. It can't tell my life story. It's going to give one fact about a thing, not me. It's going to create some kind of a fictional need that you might have. So think of all the needs people have in their life. They have pain, they want more money, they need better credit, they want to find a solution to a health issue. So you go pay for an ad. Which one of those, which can have 20 filters each, do you bring up in your little small teeny tiny ad? And then are you going to offer a temptation, or what you think is a temptation, with a discount or a good deal, 2 for 1? And then are you going to get lucky enough at the time you post that ad that the person with the need will see the ad? Oh my God, what a concept, right? It's all about timing. So let's look at the opposite side. Are you investing in you? You are your best message. Hi, everyone who's watching. I'm not paying attention if you're commenting. If you would like to comment, I'd love it if you got to StreamYard and give them permission so that I could see your comments and involve you in my presentations. Because I have fun with this and I love to play off on everybody that it joins me. So let's look at your opposite thing. You can spend money on ads or you can spend money on yourself. Now, we all have some pretty fascinating stories to tell. And you know what? You may not think you do, but that's why you use somebody outside of yourself to go, wow, this is fascinating. This is fascinating. How are you using it? Wow, that was a good life story. How have you turned that around? What are you using to make yourself memorable? So now, when you've been made memorable in this moment today, and in 6 months, somebody goes, who was that crazy lady with the spiky white hair? I think I saw her on Facebook. Let me go find her because I liked her message. It came back in somehow and resonated with them. So I'm helping people find the stories that resonate and create memorability of them. So you actually are the thing being sold. And then your item, your thing, is part of you. Or it's a value you might bring to them. But I've sold a lot of things in my lifetime, and not everyone brought a value to the person. But when the person was on the phone with me and I listened to their need and I understood where they had pain, I was just driven to find them a solution. And usually through my business connections and my networking, I could say, oh, I think you need to see my friend over here. She really has a great program for helping you with grief. Or, this person over here does a lot of promotional products. And it sounds like what you really want is a promotional product. You don't want me to teach you how to promote yourself, you really need some products to go with that, because what you're doing is more event related. So it varies as to how I sort the information. So the value of you becoming memorable online is not to just market your stuff, but to market you and to become a valuable resource for everyone that you know and are meeting. So one of the best trainings I had years ago was a woman named Sharon Drew Morgan, and her book is still out there on Amazon, and it's called Sales on the Line. And this was in the days of selling online, or excuse me, on the phone. Guys, you didn't have online. So I took her course in 1990, but everything she said has totally stuck to me. And now I watch some of the training that's out there and available for us. And there are other people teaching the same things, but they're not presenting it like she does. And she goes into IBM and big companies and shows them how to get it done in a better way. They're not just coming in and saying, do you need this machine? I got a machine. So it's the same thing as Facebook. You don't go out there and say, I got a product. Here's my website. Like, who cares? That's the same as getting a robocall from the auto warranty company. So here's what you want to do. You want to find yourself a way to learn and be educated on how you market yourself. And if you're uncomfortable with that, that's where I come in. Because have I been uncomfortable? Yes. And a person who's been uncomfortable can help people who are uncomfortable move to comfortable. Now, comfortable doesn't mean you won't be awkward. Like, this isn't about perfection. I think all of you can find out I probably have some behaviors or imperfections in my language or imperfections in putting things together for you. But I want you to know that real people help real people. Ads don't help real people. So think about it. When you're going to put your money out there, invest it in yourself, invest it in becoming memorable, and investing in knowing really what it is you have to offer to everyone that you know and love and want to do business with. So my closing today is ad money. I don't know. It's really like for those who really are playing big time. If we're still playing startup, so-so, average, will the ads get us to where we want to go? Or will we get ourselves where we want to go if we learn to communicate better, to present better, to talk, to bring in stories that are going to help people decide? So one last story. What was fascinating about Sharon is she really knew how to work with people. And so when she used to be calling on the line, she had one great story that I still tell. And this was, she would call people, only executives. So she knew her market. She was selling something she had never sold before in finance. She had been in another total industry, or she had previously sold finance and she's now selling electronic services. And she would call people and they'd say, what are you selling? And she'd say, I may not be able to sell you anything. Because I need to discover what it is that you have, what you need, or do you have a gap in your functions, in your services? Once I know your gap, I can tell you whether I can help you or not. And if I can't help you, I have someone else for you. So I use that message all the time. I am a small business entrepreneur helping other small business entrepreneurs get their message across, get it done well, and get it so that it's memorable. But if you've got something else stopping you before you are at the point to feel successful, then that could be another issue. And I have those resources for you. So whatever your situation, what your perceived need is, then it's time that we have a conversation. About 15 minutes is all it takes. And we'll decide together if what is going on for you is stopping you, or it's really something you could just let go of and move on, or if what you really need are skills. I am a skill-based trainer, coach, and a mentor. and I want to help you. So if this message was important to you and you're out there deciding, do I spend money on ads or do I spend money on myself? My vote goes to spending it on yourself, whether it's with me or somebody else. So if you need to know who that person is, maybe we should just have a conversation and I'll help you figure it out. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.